The controversial question of whether people with terminal illness should be able to take their own life has dropped into election year out of the biscuit tin, with a members' bill in the name of the ACT leader David Seymour being drawn from that famous ballot. It's still not clear how much political support there will be for this bill, as MPs will be likely to be able to cast a conscience vote, but at least one MP said he'd be voting yes after watching both his mother and sisters die slow and painful deaths. Also today, a Green Party bill making it legal for people suffering from a terminal illness or debilitating condition to use cannabis with the support of a GP was pulled from the same ballot. Here's our political reporter, May Heron.
This is not a new issue for Parliament. Two death by dignity members' bills were defeated in 1995 and then again by a much narrower margin in 2003. Parliament's Health Select Committee is also currently considering public attitudes to voluntary euthanasia after receiving submissions from thousands of people. David Seymour says he hopes the election will force politicians to face up to public opinion.
It is morally right to give people choices over suffering at the end of their life. It is democratically right for Parliament to do something that 3/4 of New Zealanders in scientific surveys repeatedly say they would like Parliament to act on.
The former Labour MP Marion Street put a voluntary euthanasia bill in the ballot in 2012, but that too failed to progress any further after she lost her seat in the 2014 election. She says Mr Seymour has captured the crucial elements of her bill.
And that is the right to choose your moment and method of dying under certain circumstances according to prescribed procedures that protect everybody. So I'm delighted with it.
It's still too early to gauge whether the bill has enough support, with several MPs either not stating their position or say they're still undecided.
At this point I'm not going to make a decision. I am a pro-choice person normally, but this has got serious consequences, so I want to have a really proper, thorough look at it before I come to any decision.
Oh, look, it'll be a conscience vote. I always go to my electorate for their opinion.
I haven't had the opportunity to study it in detail. I tend to be conservative in respect of concern about the sanctity of life.
The Prime Minister, Bill English, is opposed.
No, I'll be voting against the legislation.
Is the government going to be doing anything to stop the debate about that?
Oh, no, look, it's a members' bill, so it's a creature of Parliament, and MPs will debate it however they want to debate it.
The Labour leader, Andrew Little, will vote for the bill's first reading, and so will his colleague, Grant Robertson.
I think it's a really important conversation for New Zealand to have. There is a select committee process underway, and I hope that the two processes can come together, but this is an important issue and I'd like to see it debated.
The bill is unlikely to get support from the Health Minister, Jonathan Coleman.
Look, I haven't read the detail, but in terms of euthanasia, look, I'm in favour of high-quality, excellent palliative care rather than euthanasia.
So you'd be no for the bill?
Oh, look, probably, but I haven't read the detail of it.
And it's a no from the Māori Party co-leader, Marama Fox.
Look, I've sat holding the hands of dying people over and over again from my own family. I can't even remember going to a funeral where it was of natural causes in the last 28 years. So I have a good understanding of this, and I've never once had any one of those people tell me they wanted to go early. Not once.
New Zealand First has previously said legalising euthanasia should be decided in a national referendum rather than by MPs. Therefore, it's likely most of them will vote no. One of the MPs, Fletcher Tabato, became emotional as he recalled his personal experience of watching loved ones suffer.
Mate, I watched my sister die and I watched my mother die over a long period of time. Okay, so look, it's very personal to me, but there needs to be a national discussion on it. Everyone in New Zealand needs to have their say, and I will vote how I vote. And I will just be one of those people in that referendum, and that's how I see it.
David Seymour says his last count of MPs had 40 strongly in favour, 27 opposed, and about 50 undecided.
This bill will pass a first reading. However, there's going to be a lot of work to do, and it's going to depend on members of Parliament looking to their electorates and the people that elect them and pay their salaries to understand what people want.
The Leader of the House, Simon Bridges, says there is a slight chance the bill will come before Parliament before the September election. If it does not, the bill will remain on the order paper for the next Parliament to consider. From Parliament for Checkpoint, May Heron.